Hello, Rimfire and Steel shooters. Carlos with a K coming your way with the next episode of Mind in the Box. Now, we moved into the hardware that I selected for my main competition equipment about a month and a half ago. Now, we started with the Rimfire pistols that I selected for Steel Challenge, and now we're moving on to the Rimfire rifles that I shoot for Steel Challenge competitions. If you're new to the channel, most videos approach the aspects of Steel Challenge shooting that focus on non-first time to experienced shooters that want to improve from an A ranking to M or even GM levels. So without further ado, let's take a look at the stars of this video. First up is the Tactical Solutions X-Ring in blue, which sits in a Wiland chassis with a Seymour aluminum railway optic with an 8 MOA dot. And this is all activated by a Volquartsen TG2000 trigger assembly. Now the rifle also has an upgraded barrel, the Performance X-Ring barrel, which has the spiral flutes and shaves off an additional 2.3 ounces off the original barrel weight. So let's talk about the price for this one. We're looking at a purchase price of around $800, and I feel I got a great deal on that. Of course, then I added the Wiland chassis, the optic, and the trigger I had, but it added up to about another $700 worth of add-ons. So this one totals out about $1,500 for the build, not including the upgraded barrel. So I recently switched the trigger from a kid to back to the Volquartsen because I like a little play in my trigger, and the kid is just too short on the reset and pull for me. This rifle is entirely stock, the factory bolt, firing pin, extractor, no extra polishing, no modification except the barrel and the trigger. This particular one has over 10,000 rounds through it and still works fantastic. I don't ever remember having an issue with this rifle. I recently added the cheek rest, which I don't care for, but I love the results when it's on. Now, after watching a few shooters at major matches drop out when they had an issue, firing pin breaks or extractor falls out or XYZ thing happens, you name it, Murphy's Law says something can happen. Therefore, I decided to pick up another Tactical Solutions X-Ring, and thankfully I found one on a local gun trader site. It came in a Wiland chassis with an 8-ounce Wiland barrel, a kid single stage trigger, Wiland iron sights, and a carry bag for about $1,000. So it was a no-brainer to pick this up for that price. I still haven't put this one through a match, but it's scheduled to debut on August the 5th, so I'll let you know how that goes. This second rifle is super light, no optic, lighter barrel, so my next move is to try it, but I do plan to trade the kid single stage trigger for a Volquartsen to match up the triggers on both guns. Now, when I got my GMs and iron sights, I actually used a ghost ring peep sight at the rear, and I found it required an extreme level of focus. This V-shaped rear keeps out of the way, and after using it to sight in and get my form, I feel I can pretty much shoot the rifle just like a red dot. So I'm looking forward to giving this new setup a try at the range. There's a few different reasons that I really like this rifle. A few of the main ones are cleaning is super easy. Once out of the Wiland chassis, which takes about 2 minutes, and 5 Allen screws, I can break down and clean this rifle in about 10 minutes, including the firing pin, the bolt, the receiver, and the only tool I need is a paper clip. I also like the double spring design on the bolt. To me, it provides a more consistent recoil alignment. I also like the reversible charging handle, the ability to quickly release the left hand and rack the rifle while keeping the firing hand in position. I like the small piece of extra railing that allows moving the optic up just a bit more. It already has a barrel cleaning hole integrated. Every piece feels like quality. It's lightweight, it works great, and if you look at it, it looks great too. The angles, the patterns, the colors. I like the way the bolt integrates the charging handle. Now, what would I change from here? Maybe a lighter weight barrel, a an adjustable buttstock so I can put the gun better in the shoulder pocket, the second Volquartsen trigger, and possibly moving to a 12 MOA dot over the 8 MOA dot I currently run in the Seymour. Now, I haven't run a comp on any of my 22s, but lately I've ran into 3 or 4 times in different matches where the shot timer didn't pick up the shots on a great run. I will be adding a comp to the optic gun soon. I sight rifles, pistols, and centerfire rifles all between 15 and 18 yards right on. And I use a laser sight to tune these in, and so far, I've never had any issues. I don't foresee myself changing platforms anytime soon. This will be my Steel Challenge gun, unless I get a sponsor who provides me with some equivalent working equipment. Things to watch for on these: keep the ejector clean. It's a pain to remove on all of the rimfire guns. I usually clean mine about every 3 months or 8 to 10 matches. The rest of the time, it's just a standard cleaning unless there's a major match. Then I do the entire bolt right before the match. I check the hammer spring. I usually do this after every couple matches. Just press down on the hammer with your fingers and see if it feels gritty or anything's loose in the housing. Brush it off and give it a light coat of oil. Now, I've only used high velocity ammunition in these rifles from day one. CCI Mini Mag 40 round round nose are my choice of ammo. I've found them to be extremely reliable in these rifles. That's all I have today on my rifles for Steel Challenge. If you have any questions, comments, or ideas, or some changes that you made to make your X-Ring better, let me know in the comments. When a shooter likes what they shoot, it boosts your confidence, and that's key when you want to go fast. Tactical Solutions, Volquartsen triggers, Seymour optics, and Wiland chassis fit that bill for me. Thanks for watching, and KBA, keep being awesome.